Good evening, everyone. This is Gene from NYC, and I have an update on my conversation on Facebook with Mark Waid over the Covington matter and what's being called the Covington blackface scandal. If you don't know, there's this picture going around of the Covington high school the high school, right? High school basketball team from like 2012 where they're in black body paint, black face paint, taunting an opposing player who happens to be African American, and there are people, including Mr. Wade himself, who are of the opinion that this is a clear sign of racism. I commented respectfully on Mr. Wade's post, and he and I had a brief exchange, which was actually very respectful. And he said that we should let the matter drop, which I did. I understood let the matter drop to be the conversation between he and myself, which I did. I didn't at him or reference him or respond to him. I did respond to maybe about, I would say between 2 and 4 overall, other comments that were responses to me. I did not initiate conversation with other people. There were people who were responding to me. I have like the most replies on that thread. It's not a very large thread. I think it's around maybe mid 50s or 60 some comments now. This is what in New York City. It's 7:37 at the moment as I'm recording this, and there's not even 100 comments on there. So it's easy to see. I have the longest thread of almost 20 replies because there were other people, responding to me, posting their own comments. And I will say, for the most part, although I am certainly in enemy territory commenting on Mark Waid's page, most of the comments have been respectful toward me. Few have been salty, but overall respectful. But I was responding to other people, and I put out a few responses out there. Maybe at best 5, if that. Just basically, sharing my opinion on it, right? I didn't use coarse language. I wrote, I should say, in a respectful tone. And I just said, hey, the Covington school also does whiteouts, blueouts. I defended my position, basically, and I even included a link in my comments to some of the people who were, again, engaging me. This was back and forth between me and other people, not Mark Waid. And I included a link from an article on people.com which mentioned that the school and classmates and students there basically have said that they have different types of school spirit themes for the sports teams, and they do things like blackout, or they did. They don't do the blackout thing anymore, actually. But they do things like blue outs, white outs, different types of themes. So I was just sharing this article, basically just presenting a dissenting opinion, right? Because, I don't agree with this, what I view to be the harassment of these kids, and now someone digging up pictures from almost 10 years ago trying to shame the school. But that's another matter entirely. So my point is that I'm having conversation about this matter with other people, not with Mark Waid. I'm not engaging him. He comments to me. I didn't see the comment when he put it out there, when he posted it, because I was traveling home. But when I come home and I check my phone, I check my Facebook, there's a response from him basically stating, I don't remember the exact words, and I didn't print it out because I just got home. But the comment basically says, from him to me, is, I thought we agreed to let this drop, apparently not. That's pretty much what he said to me. If you want, you can go on his page. Don't engage. If you go on his Facebook page, do not engage. I don't need to be accused of sending hate or harassment. But anyhow, that's what he said to me, basically saying, didn't we agree to drop it? Apparently not. I then responded to him that I understood let it drop, or let us drop it, to be the conversation he and I were having. I also noted that he hadn't told anyone else to stop discussing the matter, and that's true. The only other person he has interacted with, from what I can see in the comments, was a person that he blocked, and that was in a different comment chain, and that was earlier before I commented. But I pretty much said to him, I understood Let It Drop to be our conversation. You're not telling anybody else to stop talking, but out of respect for the fact that I did say between you and me that I would no longer address this matter, that I would not talk about it, that I will no longer comment on this matter on your page, which I'm going to hold to. I will no longer discuss this matter of the Covington basketball team and the supposed blackface, or anything else for that matter, on Mark Waid's page. Mr. Waid has no need to worry about me. I will never comment on his page again. But I just wanted to share this all with you because here's the way I take this. I take this as him pretty much, first of all, treating me differently, right? Treating me in a worse way because he's telling me to stop talking. He's not telling anybody else. Right? He isn't trying to stop other conversations, other comment chains. He's telling me, and from what best I can tell, only me, except for the other person who was blocked. But that's prior to when I came in. So from my perspective, he's telling me and only me to stop talking about the matter. Anybody else can talk about it. Anybody else can pretty much, glad hand each other on the back, and they can agree, and they can have this mutual admiration society. But the moment someone with a different opinion comes in, oh, now it's, we agreed to let it drop, apparently not. So the way I take it is that I was pretty much told in a kind manner, if you want to call it that. I was told in a kind manner, or at least not in a profane manner, to shut up. That's how I take it. You, after hearing this, after watching both videos, you can tell me, right, what you think. I'm not going to censor you, because I don't censor people. But that's how I feel. I feel like Mark Waid, comic writer, right, writer of Kingdom Come and Captain America and Mr. The Strong Protect the Weak, told a biracial brown woman to basically shut up because her opinion does not agree with the standard narrative. Hi, RJ. Hey, you got a cute little face. That's how I understand this. Now, maybe I'm just being emotional. I am female, after all. But I don't believe I'm being emotional. I believe that I have a right to be angry. Because I do sincerely take him addressing me and only me and telling me to stop talking. Telling me that I have to let it drop. And not telling that to anybody else as special treatment. Special treatment that singles me out. That says you cannot participate in this conversation because you're not saying what I like. It's not that I don't... it's not that I find this surprising. But it's one thing to read about it or to watch a video on it. It's another thing to actually experience it. To have someone think that his opinion is so grand that he is somehow immune or tries to block dissenting opinions. So, Mr. Waid, I will indeed keep my word. Although it was between you and me and it had nothing to do with other responses. And please, talk to your audience on that page and please tell them to stop replying to me and to stop addressing me. Because, see, I would not have responded to them had they not addressed me. But anyhow, I will keep my word, because I am a woman of my word, I am a woman of honor, to not comment on anything else on Mr. Waid's page. I will not, however, stop talking. I will not shut up, which I believe is what Mr. Waid wants me to do. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to continue talking. I'm going to continue saying my piece about whatever the heck I want to. Because this is a free country. And I have the means to do so, even if it's as I stutter and record Kingdom Hearts as I talk about this. I'm going to say what I want. I'm going to express myself how I want. And Mark Waid, nor anybody else, is going to tell me what to do. So don't worry, Mr. Waid. I will not address Covington or anything else on your page, but what I will do is make sure that my voice is heard. You cannot silence me. You will not silence me. I'm from New York City. We talk loud. You don't tell a New Yorker to shut up. All that's going to do is make that New Yorker talk louder. So thank you for giving me a reason to continue to review comics and point out all the crappy errors in them. I'm going to make sure to review some of yours. Anyway, have a good day, everybody. Or rather, a good night, I should say. See you laters.